Oi, oi! It's just me. It's just me, Travis. I don't know, man. The celebrity lifestyle that I'm playing. Travis is performing. He's got a stand-up gig. This is what it is. Message me. He's like, bro, imagine. I said, listen, don't worry. Luckily, it's not one of them weeks when there's nothing to talk about. There's enough to talk about. There's loads to get into. And I am here, ready to go, ready to cook. Big up everyone in the house right now. So much to get into, so much to discuss. I'm going to really have the thing scrolling at the bottom. So pause on that. But it's true, though. It's good. There you go. Top picks today. Boots versus Crawford. How's that looking? Usyk versus Fury 2. Are the heavyweights afraid of Joseph Parker? What's going on with Yard? You know me, when Travis is away, I like to have the real Yard discussion. I like to because not saying Travis is conflicted, yeah, but I don't think he wants to go there. I think, you know, I don't know if he's afraid of ruffling feathers and stuff, but I wouldn't say Travis is afraid, but I think he's conflicted. I think brethren bias and all the other stuff is taking over. And you lot know, well, Tunde knows this about me. I'm going to talk about it, innit? I'm going to ask questions. This is who I am. I'm not going to shy away and be like, hey, but what's going on, though? It's a normal question, bro. It's a normal question. Listen, people, you know what to do. Hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. We're moving, man. Trying to get this channel to the next level. What I need you to do right now, though, let's just shout out. Let me do the Travis special. Don't forget, kind of dyslexic still. But Alexander, wait, yo, Alexander, new champ, new champ, new champ. I said new champ. I thought the champ doesn't make excuses. Raj, LOL. All jokes aside, bro, he's talking that talk as well. Man captured the belt and said, Raj, sit down. Ian Paul inside. Philip Answer, the punch drunkard, untraceable. Who else is there? Let's keep going. Toby Akinola, Alexander, seen you already. Alija Selassie, here you go. Who else is here? October Red, whoa, go on. Let's go. Star Fox, shout out to you. Ian Daniels TV. Anybody else? Wait. I know you're all in here, but listen, Star Fox, I shouted you already. You lot. There we go. The what? The Horacle? The horological one? Okay, I like that name. Big up to you. North Bank Bren. Now you lot, you can't leave me on my ones today. I need Jonah 31. I am the champ. Hold on. How's he still the champ? Let me go and check that. Let's go and see this on YouTube. Boom. Let's go and see who was first here. Bruh. I don't know. LOL, Raj beat me today. How? What am I looking at then? And I was just moving mad still. Well, apologies. Sorry, Raj, man. It's what I'm seeing on the thing that we use. Apologies, man. Man just took your title away from me. Like, that's very crazy still. Again, bro, mistakes happen in Vegas. Anyway, we need to talk, man. Let's get straight into it. The first thing I want to talk about, you lot saw Avanesian. Well, we had the other fights. We had Canelo Cole versus Ritter. Shout out. Good fight. Like, I think it should have just been stopped earlier because that looked like assault. That looked like a charge. That looked like GBH. That looked like all of it together. Yeah, should have stopped it earlier. Again, then we had the Sky Nicholson, yeah? She did her thing as well. Just got my little notes over here still. Vargas walking onto shots, but looking confident. That's mad. I hate when fighters do that, you know, giving it the big and a lot of celebration in their fighting skill, but then after it's like, bro, you're getting hit with pieces, bro. Stop this. Stop this. Dobson Hackett was good. That was a good fight. I enjoyed it. What the Coco was insane. The Coco was insane. It gets like that sometimes, man. It gets like that. Boxing is a cruel sport. But then obviously we get to the main event and we're talking about Boots, 1 year off. Avanesian, that fights, 4 weeks off. Yeah? It's crazy because what I had to do for both of these fights, I had to watch the Boots one, then I had to watch the Crawford one. And I want to ask you guys, let me put a question in the comment section as well. Who do you think mash work? Well, let me just switch account. Let's do, okay. Excuse me. Who do you think looked better in that fight? Who do you think put a better show on? Let's go undefeated. Let's put the poll out as well. Pause that, excuse me. Let's go. Let's put the poll out. Who looked better versus David? All right. Boots or Crawford? There you go. Start poll. Boom. That's there. I need to know who, because when I look at it back here, there was things that Ennis was doing, yeah, on the inside that I love. You lot know I'm more of a fan of the inside fight. I'm more of a fan of a tear up, slugging it out. I will rather I just like watching those type of fights. Don't know why. I do like the devastation. Do like when it ends like horrifically. But again, the inside fighter, it says a lot. Now, when I watched it back, both of these guys did get hit with some good shots from Avanesian. And the problem is, I don't know if David doesn't have the best build up to fights. He goes in there, I feel like he takes some stuff off really poor notice. I feel like he does himself a disservice. I kind of want to say that, you know how Porter's gonna be a fight for anyone. I feel like Avanesian, yeah, is one of those guys where very tricky, very hard to, you can't just, he ain't getting anywhere, if that makes sense. He's going to bring it to you. He's going to show, he's definitely got the dog in him. But some of the things I was seeing from Boots, I think I want to say I sway to the Boots performance over Avanesian, but then I have to respect that 4 weeks notice is difficult. I have to say that. But then I like the fact that how consistent he was with the shots to the body, where I feel like in the end, when it was Crawford fighting, he was headhunting. Now, is Boots ready for Crawford? And that's what I was doing. I was watching that fight like, okay, bro, who wins this one now? Because yes, we respect Crawford, and there's things that if Boots gives that level of performance to Crawford, we didn't. It's so hard because the Errol Spence fight, yeah, has got this whole thing messed up. The Errol Spence fight, as we're looking at this thing, yeah, and I don't know, man. It's just one thing for sure is Terence feels unstoppable. He feels like he's in a land all by himself and he can't be got to. That's what it feels like. But Errol was trash in there. If we're being honest, Boots is not going to put on that type of performance. While Errol had heart, and I was proud of him, one thing that Boots is going to do is he's invested to the body. He can take a punch. Can he take a Crawford punch, though? These are the questions. Again, I want you lot to get involved. Let me know how you feel about this one. Moving the conversation on. Got to talk about Usyk Fury. What is your, where's your head at? I had a court star, big him up. He called in my show this morning and he goes, England and Tyson Fury have a lot in common. A lot of similarities. Yeah, you can say we've gone to back-to-back finals and this, that, and the other. But when you look under the light, when you look at the record under the light, what's going on? And I thought, wow, like that's a real cool. Hate to bring football here, but you lot all watching it. It was in England, Euros, there, whatever. Yeah, but I thought, bro, that's really interesting. Now, we've heard that his pops was too loud in the corner. I believe that changes will be made in the next one. You saw the way Tyson Fury was fighting when he gets into those, when I say the middle rounds from like 4 to 6 or something, is that right? I can't remember now. You saw when he was flicking the jab and stuff, and he started to look like he was finding his way out. He was finding his way in his fight. If he starts like that, will that fight have a different complexion? Will it be totally different? Or are you telling me that, look, nah, you know what? With what Usyk learned in that fight, he'll be totally different. Wait, Willis, a Fury ready? What the hell? What is that title? Yo, let's just sort that out. Wait, sorry, I just saw that. That's crazy, woman. Oh, Fury ready. There you go. Save changes. Boom. Ah, oh, can't make changes to the stream. That's annoying. Anyway, what else we got? What else we got? Finally, are heavyweights avoiding Parker? I think it's a bit strange that, you know, there's certain fights that I want to see. I thought when Parker was done them songs for, Parker called out what? He called out AJ. He also called out Dillian. And there was no response. There was no real response. Now, I don't know if this Parker fight makes him the contender for the title or what happens in this situation, but is it something? Do you want to see if AJ does what we expect him to do to Dubois? Do you expect to see Parker in there again? What do you lot see? What do you lot see happening? Are people not wanting to see Parker because of this resurgence in his performance and how he's looking? It's just a question. Finally, my thoughts on Anthony Yard. I ain't gonna lie to you, yeah? This is honestly how I feel about this situation. It feels like a bag fumble. This feels like the fumbling of the bag. I'm sorry to say it. I know it might be unpopular. I've heard like, you know, like obviously the money's got a money. But then if you're gonna leave or if you're gonna take on Frank Warren, you have to have your like your ducks in order, eggs in alignment. You have to what? See, dot the I's, cross the T's. That all the statements of being organized and being prepared. This just feels like he's been frozen out of major moments. I'm trying to look. Let me actually go and to see the last time Anthony Yard fought, because it's not looking good. I know people are telling me, nah, don't worry. This is just how the game works. And, you know, he'll be out soon. Like, Feb against Marco, against a guy that's copper boxing. Nah. Then after that, we had what? Was it September or something? Against Jorge, whatever, I don't know. George Silva, however you want to break it down. Obviously, you know I'm doing my Duolingo. But let's really have this right. We had Beterbiev, and he looked good in there. And there was a lot. There was, again, I would say, even on the loss, his stocks went up. His stocks went up. He looked at the fighter to say, you know what, this is cool, this is exciting. And now, being on ice, being in a situation where it's like, bro, like, have you lot made the right business decision? Should you have just said, you know what? This deal's not working out for me. Kind of like when Haney had to go and fight Kambosos. It wasn't the best deal for Haney. It wasn't. But he went there anyway. Played out. Now, obviously, Haney's again for another madness. But yeah, want to know what you lot think about that. Finally, my last thought is, do you lot think Cameron and Mace have gone too far on the Haney stuff? Anyway, I'm going to open up the lines. Let's have a conversation. Don't leave me on my ones. You lot support the ting, fam. I'm solo. I'm riding solo. Solo, solo. No, never jagging. No, never jagging. Let me see what you are saying. Crawford. Crawford's victory. Oh, wow. Crawford's victory versus Ennis. Okay, fair enough. All right, the lines are open. Week after Crawford fight in August, LA. I'm confident they'll work on Crawford versus Boots. No, Sheikh, he's on it. He messaged him already. He's messaged him, said, "Yo, let's get this one cracking." Let me see what His Excellency said. All right, cool. Waiting for people to hit the line because I saw a tweet from him. Here you go. I just reached out to the boxer Jaron Ennis and Eddie Hearn to congratulate him on his win. I'd love to see Ennis in a fight with Crawford at 154 soon. Oh, it's not happening then. It's not happening. We've seen Ennis say basically clear out the division properly, mash up everyone, then we move up to 154. Hey, would Crawford make a step back? Would he come back to fight him? If the money makes sense, he should. He should, man. He should come back. But then again, that will be advantage. I would say that'll be advantage Boots, right? Yeah, let me know. Toby Akinola. Thank you, bro. You pulled up.
What's telling me, bro?
I'm here, man. Again, where are we gonna start? I think I can hear myself as an echo, so I don't know if you need to turn me down on your other screen or something.
Yeah, one sec.
Let's talk, bro.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Let's talk. If Boots fights Crawford, who's winning?
You know what? Crawford, and I'm gonna say round 8.
Round 8. Yeah. We saw this again. We have to understand that Crawford has got real power. But then he put his chin out. He put his chin out there on the line. And he can take some good shots.
I think you're sleeping. I think you're sleeping on Crawford. You have to realize.
No, I rate him. Listen, Crawford destroyed somebody that I look up to. When I saw him the dispatching of Errol, yeah, I said, "Wow, what is this?" However, Ennis won't fight how Errol looked in there.
Look, put it this way, like Spencer's a good fighter. Don't get me wrong in it, but he wasn't on Crawford's level. But if you put Crawford and Canelo against Errol Spencer Canelo, like Crawford and Canelo, like those two, they match each other.
I don't know where you lot again. This Crawford Canelo thing is this Crawford Canelo thing. I think we're getting excited, bro. So what, do you think that Crawford's gonna mash up Canelo?
It's possible. But that's a 50-50. That's gonna be, for me, that's a 50-50 fight.
Like, why are we saying this though?
People overrate Canelo. Like, yeah, I get it. He can take a punch. He's got good IQ.
Yes.
He's undisputed, isn't it? But don't get it wrong. Like, Crawford, people don't know what Crawford is about. Especially this Crawford now.
I feel like, honestly, there's this thing that I feel like we got to the stage where we don't really respect Canelo anymore. I think that's what's really happening.
People say he's aged, but I feel like how old is he now? Is he like 33?
We have to go and check. Obviously, he's been in it. You lot, let us know in the comment section as well. I
feel like he's come Canelo, and plus, like Canelo is coming off at the end of his peak, and I feel like Crawford right now, he's in his peak now. Does that make sense?
You're telling me about, so what is this fight going to be at? Because Crawford has to jump in weight, bro. You lot me being mad. There's weight classes for a reason, bro. You're telling me that the power, everything.
Crawford's gonna get that. He's gonna have that. That's mine of him. That weight class thing. For Crawford, especially. Now I'm telling you now, bro. Canelo ain't okay. When Crawford fights Canelo,
Mm.
This is my prediction.
Yeah.
Don't call me crazy, but Crawford demolishes Canelo.
Demolishes Canelo.
Yeah. I put my word on that, bro.
Demolishes Canelo, bro.
Yes.
What you're saying is going to be a Bivol type performance?
Yes. 100%, bro. Crawford is different.
I don't know. Let's be real, yeah. You lot have got gassed. You lot, do you know what it is?
Crawford, look, put it this way, yeah. Crawford and Usyk, innit? They're similar in a way, innit?
They're not, bro. This is crazy. What are we doing right now, bro?
They will come in your way. They will come.
You lot have, I swear to you, you lot have looked at that performance versus Spence, and you just think that this guy is the Undertaker, bro.
No,
like,
I'm not looking at the Spence fight. Nah, that's not what I'm looking at. I'm coming from an angle of what Crawford has in his arsenal.
All right,
bro.
Toby, they're saying it's a mad take. Canelo won't fight, but he will. The money's gonna be up there. They're gonna put the money up. They're gonna put the money up. Crawford will outbox Canelo. I hear it. If you're saying it's an outboxing thing, but again, you're asking for the power to be the same. You're asking for Crawford to take shots that he's never taken like that before. Them shots from a Canelo. So what does Canelo bring? Because you lot acting like Canelo's some bum.
No, he's not a bum. Canelo will give him a tough fight. I'm just saying, like,
you know, acting as if Canelo's. I don't know what's going on. I feel like I'm watching new things.
Canelo's going to give him a tough fight. I guarantee you that. But I feel like Crawford, his skill, his IQ was just like overtaking Canelo, isn't it?
I think I'm gonna say victims at the moment, bro. You've watched that. You're a victim at the moment. You're a victim at the moment, bro. This is a victim at the moment. But I hear it. I think while even the Ennis fight, I feel like we're overlooking Ennis. Like he's like a loser. I'm gonna say there'll be more. It will be a difficult fight. The only annoyance is that he has to go to 1-5. Like he has to go up. He has to step up. Crawford is not coming backwards.
You have to look at it. I'm saying that at this time, it's right. It's right for the timing's right for Crawford this time right now, especially if the reason why I say he demolishes him is Canelo is going on he's on a downslide. He's on a downslide, so that's going to add to the dismantle Crawford's going to put on it.
All right, cool. That's so rude. Moving on though, let's quickly just Fury Usyk.
Yeah.
Number 2 is if Fury can find that gear that he found in those rounds that he won and start the fight like that, do you see a different type of fight? We're seeing obviously Usyk becoming a bit of a star in terms of Hollywood really accepting him in this, that, and the other. Do you see any difference?
No. You have to look at the mindset. Usyk's mindset is different, bro. Usyk's mindset is literally different.
Yeah? You don't think them A-list parties will make a difference?
Look what type of guy Usyk is. You think that's going to affect him?
Yeah, I respect it. Then lastly, is the heavyweights afraid of Joseph Parker?
I don't get it, bro. I don't see what Joseph Parker brings to the table.
What?
I don't see what Joseph Parker brings to the table.
What do you mean?
Like, I know he's had like good performances, Zhang, Wilder, but let's face it, I still
bro. Zhang, what? Like that's Zhang.
Wilder? Wait, Wilder now, old Wilder.
So you don't see what Joseph Parker brings to the table at all?
Pardon?
You don't see what Joseph Parker brings to the table at all?
Against guys like AJ or Usyk, no.
You know what, Toes, big up, man. Thanks a lot. I couldn't even get to the last one, bro. I couldn't even ask him about Yard, bro. I don't see what Parker brings to the table. Canelo gets demolished. He said a lot of things. He said a lot of things. He said a lot of things. We move. October. I saw your head was down. Can't hear you. Can't hear you. You must be on mute.
Hold on. Sorry, wait there. Hold on. I've just got something for you, KG.
Oh, stop this, October. I'm happy. I'm in a relationship. Not the secretary glasses. October, stop this on the. You need to Instagram. Enough's enough.
What are you on about on Instagram?
You saw what the what's her name? What's your fighter? The female fighter. She said something to you.
Oh, Coxie.
Yeah,
Big up Rosanna Cox.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna bring it up. She said she knows what she's doing. She's onto you. She's seen it anyway.
What? Because I'm sitting down with glasses on and a skirt.
Whatever. Anyway, listen.
It's really good to see you, KG. Can you take your hat off, please?
She started this nonsense. Wait, October. I don't know if it's the wingbacks are wingbacking though. October, the wingbacks.
So I've got my bush out. I think it's only fair that you show us.
Right,
there we go. There we go. You've got the beard. We've got the Menelin, we've got the bald head. I've got my bush out. I've got the lipstick on. Let's go.
I got my bush out. Wait, do you know what's wrong though, October? Your energy has changed towards. I feel like you're looking for somebody else ever since Richard Riakporhe let you down. Oh. We haven't really spoken about it ever since Richard Riakporhe got adopted or whatever you want to say.
Adopted.
Yeah, he got adopted. You lot laughed at me when my fighter went through it. When he was getting through when he called him Huggy Bear. What do you call it? What are they calling him?
Huggy Bear.
What was he calling him, man? There's a nasty one still. Hugler. They call him Hugler.
Oh, Lawrence. You
Lawrence.
know what? Big up Lawrence Okoli, because you know what Lawrence Okoli said? Because Henry the Hate, his brother, commented as he does on something. And I says, how about you watch your brother up to? And then he tagged his brother. And then you know what his brother said? You know what Lawrence said? And thank you, Lawrence. He said, you know what, October? You are good for boxing.
Yes,
and that touched my heart.
You are good for boxing.
Lawrence Okoli, but not Henry the Hate.
Henry the Hate. You know, I like that name, you know. I like that name.
It suits him.
Again, don't run away from it. Don't run away from it. I need to know, where are we with Riakporhe in terms of what is the plan?
Yeah, it's a very good question. I think I've got over the grieving process now. I've kind of like processed it, and I'm kind of like okay with it. I don't know what's happening with him. I'm trying to reach out to him, but obviously he's probably got better things to do than speak to me. But as soon as I do speak to him, you know, I'll whip that mic out and the camera, and we see what we can get on film for you guys.
Oh, this woman. Now we gotta move, man. Let's talk about Boots and there was a lot of mad stuff said. There was a lot of mad stuff said in the call earlier, but big up Toby.
Yeah,
Boots,
that was wild.
It was wild. People are just, whenever I've checked, I've looked on like Twitter, I've looked in all these spaces, and everyone's saying Boots is not ready he's not ready for Crawford.
How many fights has he got? How many fights has he had? Sorry, what's his record? So he's experienced. You can't say that he's not experienced, but at the end of the day, Crawford, as we know, is an elite. Yeah. And we know that Eddie's building, a really good reputation. So shout out to what they've done for Boots. Filling out homecomings, 14,000 in there when they only thought they was going to get 7K. But at the end of the day, as an ambitious fighter, you're going to want to go for the top dogs, aren't you? And if you look at it, you could put them in the ring together. I don't know how it's going to play out, because I thought Errol Spence would have been okay in there with Crawford, and I got that totally wrong. When you look at experience levels, but then you look at opponents that they've faced, there's so many things that you could literally go down each fighter list and compare and say this. But at the end of the day, you've just got to look at their styles and then think how their styles would match. Now, Boots is obviously the fighter that's fought the latest. And I saw someone in there that's been out of the ring for a year. I didn't see any ring rust. I saw maybe he might have needed a little bit more head movement because he got caught with some shots he didn't necessarily need to take. But when you look at the style,
did the same type of shots on you. He did land the same type of shots. So I went back and said, okay, let's go back though. Let's really look at the Avanesian versus Crawford one and say, them same shots are landing. It's the comparison.
Okay. Yeah, but when you look at Boots' style, Ennis' style, he's so compact. He uses the variation. He doesn't just go head hunting. He goes to the body. He knows what hurts you. He attacks you. And I just found him just a pleasure to watch.
The only thing that I think that where Ennis has a problem is in the ring, Crawford is incredibly relaxed. He's a thinking fighter.
Very fluid.
He knows what he's doing. He was, I would say, it's probably a more intelligent performance versus Avanesian when he's like picking him off, and he's a great counter puncher. I didn't know how good of a counter puncher he was until the Errol one, but I feel that Boots will push the action though. He will be right there with him.
He will, but I still think he might need to just have a couple more fights, because I do believe that Crawford, it really is elite. And I think just a couple more fights with Boots. We heard some names that he's mentioned, and some of those names we'd be interested to see. But I think Crawford's kind of like not a finale fight, but he's kind of like the last level that you have to get over to. Not saying that we're waiting for Crawford to pass him the torch, but just a little bit more from both.
There's a bit of spicy talk though from him. That's what makes me feel like this thing should happen sooner. It should happen sooner. But Crawford has a banana skin ahead as well in LA. It's coming soon.
Everyone keeps on sleeping on Madrimov, and look, Madrimov, just like they did with Canelo and Bivol. It's like, who's this European? Who is he? He's fair enough. I will say that Israel Madrimov hasn't been as active as he should have been. He should have had more fights by now. But I'm telling you, he's a skilled operator. He's, Bivol, him and Bivol were in camps together, sparred together. And he reminds me of a young Triple G, Madrimov does. So I'm looking forward to that fight. Arguably you could say that's too soon for Madrimov.
No, Madrimov needs to take forward.
I'm still looking forward to that test, but people need to stop sleeping on him, because he's a puncher, and he's a dangerous puncher at that.
Absolutely. We move on to the conversation right now. I'd rather talk to you about. I want to talk to you about.
What would you rather talk to me about? Just pretend no one's here. What would you rather?
Everyone's here. My daughter's standing over here. My nephew's over there. The Nigerian elders are there.
I've got the Jamaican ancestors with me. My husband, my children looking at me like, Mom, what is wrong with you? What happens when you let me out of cage?
No. The hat's coming back on. I need to protect myself.
Oh, we're doing protection. Okay, go on.
See.
Meet me in my office.
I need someone. I need someone.
9:30.
Flashing hard. Pressure. Oh, wait. I need to hold on. I'm gonna go to my corner man, bro. Hey, corner man.
Can you hear me, bro?
Corner man.
Can you hear me,
bro?
Can you hear me?
Bro, I'm in the corner, bro. I'm getting back in the ring, bro, in a few seconds, bro.
You're looking like McTominay when he gets the ball in the front. Wait, declaration.
I went to the corner and you told me it's looking mad. No. So no help. All right. Back. Let's talk about.
You did that to me.
And now I went to the corner and I went to go and.
Can't save you. No one can.
8 count. October.
Yes.
I don't even know what I'm talking about.
You can call me Abs.
That's it. We're back in the room. There you go. I'm here. Yard.
Oh yeah, Anthony Yard. Yeah. What's happening with him?
Let's talk about it.
Why? What's happening with him?
I want to know what you think about this career, about this plan, about like the whole. It's like we're saying that this is the guy. He fights Bataviev. We said this was mad fighting Bataviev. Stay focused.
It's a chat. It's lovely. Someone's just said hello.
There you go.
I'm just being engaging and friendly.
I took the shot. There you
no,
go.
No, you can't dodge that. There's no catching it on the gloves.
Now,
just go straight through the guard.
Someone said he looks worse than Fury.
Headshot, dead.
Guys, I'm not going to make
anyway,
it.
Sorry. Anthony Yarde, sorry. Yeah.
Anthony Yarde, let's be real now. His career, not saying it's up, not saying it's, I want to be careful how I say this, but I want to be honest.
Northbank Brent's just put in the chat that Yarde's next fight is confirmed. Is that cap?
Who?
Northbank, can you
Yarde.
Can you elaborate on that? He said Yarde's next fight's I don't know if is he going to troll us now?
No, because I'm going to look, because it will say on BoxRec as well, it would say that it'll be there, available. Yarde versus who?
It's TBC. Oh, Muller's just jumped in as well. Shout out to Muller as well.
What's he saying?
What card? Is it on the 27th? Because Chisora might be off that one.
Yarde versus Warren, September, the Old Bailey.
Hey. Oh.
Where? Who? Who's he fighting?
Oh, now Maul said he's trolling as well.
Sake. I knew it, because he will tell us there. So then, look at the situation we have.
Yeah, all right.
We said we're cornering the cockroach, who was Boatsy.
Oh, that wasn't very nice.
It wasn't nice, but it is what it is. So we said we're cornering the cockroach. We get the guy, yeah. Everyone's gone crazy and said, you know what, Boatsy, this, that, and the other, Boatsy, bad business decisions, all the other stuff. Like, why is Boatsy afraid to take the leap of faith? Why is he not moving like other guys? Everyone else has stepped up but him. And then he fights Beterbiev, which we said, is this the right time to fight Beterbiev? But then he raised his stocks. Since then, the names haven't really named in terms of who Yarde's fought. And now he's in a funny situation of, well, what's next? What's next? And if you're going to stay in this situation with Frank Warren, who doesn't want to let you go, who is taking it to the courts and stuff, and in this time, it's inactivity, not at the highest level, have they made a bad business decision?
Only time will tell with that, because at the end of the day, if one party is saying one thing and another party is saying something else, then that's why there is some kind of dispute. I don't believe Anthony Yarde is scared of fighting anyone.
Never.
I've just always said that I believe Joshua Boatsy is UK's number one. And I think that was Tunde's problem with me, why he blocked me on social media, because obviously I just said, I thought,
What? Wait, whoa.
Yeah, I'm blocked off Tunde's Instagram.
Well, there's a lot of people on that list, so well done.
Yeah, but like I said, when it comes to Anthony Yarde, I believe that he'll fight anyone, but I think he's just about the money. The price has to be right. He wants to be like the A side or whatever it is when he's fighting these names.
But it's no money better than, like, because we're not talking about any money now. If we're being honest, we're not talking about, we keep saying this was the smartest move for the bread, but then sometimes it's about taking the short for. This doesn't make sense to me. I'm looking at it like, I don't know if this, and especially if you keep hearing rumors, you've heard Boxer, you've heard all the different places that he could end up. We've seen Boxer have picked up Eubank, so I wouldn't be.
I'm going to ask Ben Shalom what's happening with that, because I'm due to speak to Ben this week. If it happens, I was supposed to speak to him last week, but after I spoke to Eddie, that kind of disappeared. But I'm supposed to speak to Ben this week, but I will ask.
You must.
About Anthony Yarde, because at the end of the day, you saw Joshua Boatsy when I spoke to him. He said, look, I spoke to Yarde. It was like, this is an eliminator. I'm not turning down the Saudi bag. And I'm trying to work out if Boatsy's being sarcastic, because he's saying, well, who's going to turn down that? Knowing full well the rumors that are surrounding man that's allegedly turned them monies down. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So it was like, okay. But he said, of course I want to fight him, but he's got stuff that he needs to do. Now, none of us know the real ins and outs. That's down to those guys over there. But when you look at it from the outside point of view, it just looks like, I don't know, it just looks like I think it looks to me like Frank's done a lot for him. And it's like, yeah, but we want to go on to bigger and better things. And it's sort of like, yeah, we've outgrown you now or whatever. Or we think we can get more money if we do it this way. You hear Eddie Hearn speaking about it. He says there's people that kind of just get in people's ears and advise people badly, and then it has a detrimental effect on their career. So
I just feel that this has been bad for business, man. And if don't get twisted, if Hearn and Frank weren't friends, Hearn would have signed him immediately.
Yeah.
Hearn would have signed him, and now you can tell the fact that Hearn doesn't want to go there just says this is a bad for business move. But they made that decision.
Yeah,
I'd love to see it again. What will change everything? Let's say if Boissy mashes up Hutchison, then I imagine the conversation can shift a bit. It just depends on what happens with Hutchison. Because let's say Hutchison that's a Frank fighter now, isn't it, Hutchison?
Yeah, he is. He always was. Untraceable saying Frank has managed Yard badly. And this is what I'm saying, Untraceable. There's things that I won't be like privy to. I'm only looking at this from the outside. I've got no inside knowledge or anything like that. So
that's dumb.
Dream it,
believe it, overprice it yourself. Listen, quickly, just Usyk.
Quickly, are you rushing me away?
I'm definitely. Look, I've done really well. I don't know how the middle rounds I was shaky.
Trying to get rid of me.
The middle rounds I was shaky. I was in the ring.
Doesn't want me. Doesn't want me in front of him anymore.
These ones. But then somehow, and my corner was dead, and I want a sack vamp. But anyway, before
quickly, sorry, what did you want? Yeah. What do you want before the last piece of me? What would you like? Look, I'm here. What would you like from?
I've been stopped on my feet. I've been stopped on my feet. What did you say? What did you say? I've been stopped on my feet. It's glasses. What? I shouldn't be able to blush. I'm too dark skinned for blushing, bro. Anyway, I got the hell out of there, bro. I got the hell out of there. I want to swear and say you are shit.
All right. I've got to apologize for my corner work,
bro. The corner work was horrible. All I can do in this moment is drop this, bro.
Channel 906. How raunchy. You can't just...
bro. I'll be real. I was cooked.
Raunchy performance, man.
I was cooked with you, fam. I was cooked. she was landing left hooks to the body. She said something about I got my bush out. And then, wait. There was a counter. There was a right hand counter. She said, "What did she say?" She said, "Oh, we're doing protection." I said,
"Bro, I tried to get
you know the right hook, the one that Ngannou got hit. Mental.
Oh man, it's so good, man. She's wicked, man. I shout out October Red, man. Listen, man. And again, when you look, the killer is here. Do not sleep on this woman because when she breaks down the fights and stuff, the boxing IQ is beyond. She doesn't have to mess around with people, bro. Just have to discombobulate her and
dangerous.
I know you.
It's anyway, the Who Needs You Club. It's chosen.
Yeah. Let's go, man. We got to talk about it. I think you guys. I want to say the community is disgraceful. I hate how the community talk about Canelo. I'm actually disgusted.
Yeah, no, that
Canelo rebrand, and we're acting as if Canelo's just some Bivol did what he did to Canelo. Yeah. That's because Bivol is Bivol. Yeah, I feel people are victims at the moment. I feel they look to the Errol fight and they've made up their mind on all fights going forward. They believe, while I rate Crawford, they believe Crawford is just a walking slump machine.
Do you know what it is? I think the Benavidez thing hurt Canelo's brand a lot. But yeah, generally that to me, I can't even talk about this fight too much. It's like a straight 50-50 fight. No one knows what will happen. Like it's literally one of them.
Are you talking about Boots or Canelo versus
Crawford? Canelo Crawford is. I don't think I can't call that because no one actually knows.
60-40. It's got to be 60-40.
For who? Canelo.
It's got to be.
I'd rather that. I'd take that over the Crawford stuff because it's just too much. We have to. I'm happy to see it, but I can't just say, "Oh, Crawford's gonna." I actually don't know. Canelo could land something crazy. because I've not seen. There's clips of Crawford's legs stanking a little bit, like So Canelo can do that. Why not? Like, do you get what I'm saying?
Canelo can do that. The only thing is that it just depends, man. We know, bro. I think people think Canelo's finished or something, or yes, he's on the decline, but we have to really respect the decline. And a fighter that's not got a lot left is still very dangerous.
Yeah, for sure. I just want to see the fights. Like you lot were saying, Madrimov as well. I've done my research on him, and I want to see that. That's scary to me.
I had a good look at Madrimov.
Yeah. I'm not taking nothing for granted, so I don't even want to go. We'll see Madrimov, man. I want to we want to see Crawford dominate that guy, and then we'll be like, whoa, all right, cool. But
hey, you know what? I feel like the people you're making a great point here. People saying you look like Dillian, by the way, in the comment section. Shit, August. Anyway.
Keep going, man. Keep going.
Anyway, in this Madrimov one, because while we're talking, so you probably seen a lot of the fights that I've watched. I was watching some clips, and I thought, let me see some of this guy full fight just to get a good understanding. And he's dangerous, bro.
He's landing mad things, bro. He's bigger. He's young, so much. I don't put it past Crawford because I really believe in him. But I'm not gonna look at this and just say, he's gonna. And people say, he's only had 11 fights. But if he's only had 11 fights and you're the mandatory, that's not a bad thing for me, because then you look at the amateur background and then he's had 11 fights, but he's mashing people up. Usyk done everything in 19 fights, didn't he? Do you get what I'm saying?
Usyk is a unicorn as well, so we have to respect him. But again, sometimes I feel like when you don't give these fights, because even if you said David Avanesium, I look at him as a fighter and I say, you know what, boxing is he's been mistreated by boxing. He's been on the wrong, he's not a guy that people want to look after and then you throw him into mad situations. Yeah. Because he's a good fighter. And when I look at him, I say, you know what, you've got talent there. You went in against Boots Ennis after 4 weeks' notice. You fought Crawford and you didn't. Yes, you got knocked out. Yes, you took that shot and you went down in the 6th round, but then we can't play, and sometimes I don't know if Usyk is changing the game on how we look at the Eastern European fighters, and we understand his value there, because sometimes you just don't want to have them as your main guy.
Yeah, he's changing the game a little bit.
He might have changed the reflection of the game, but I feel like Avanesium probably has been done dirty in the sport of boxing. You never know with this fighter that Crawford's going up against. He could be another one of those that have been slept on, but it's a big problem.
Yeah, exactly. Somebody would have linked Pacquiao for the first time and thought, is this Filipino, and then someone's gonna surprise you one day, innit? You don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Pacquiao's a bad mind surprise,
you know.
Do
you know what I'm saying? These guys come out of somewhere, I'm just saying, I don't know, not taking nothing for granted. But Usyk, can we go through him? Usyk?
Let's go.
I don't even want to list. I don't think that fight's gonna happen, bro. I think we've seen it. Honestly, man. If I'm honest here, there's something about that weigh-in. You know that weigh-in when Fury wouldn't look at my man?
Yeah.
I saw something in it, and I'm just thinking about how long it took for this fight to even happen. What we had to go through as fans to even see this fight. I just feel like we got everything that we could get. He had a story. He put up a good fight. He got Fury was really, really scared of losing that innit?
Yeah,
and then what he went through in the 9th round, I think he's seen enough, man. Honestly, I think his mouth has caught up with him. Because think about it, we were supposed to.
I want to ask you a good question now, though. Do you think now he's lost the O, the fear can just be gone? Now the O's gone, he can fight without. Because I want to say that now AJ's got over the whole thing of the O and losing. I thought AJ's found himself again. He's regained his confidence in terms of that doesn't matter. Let's just fight.
Yeah, but I just feel like AJ is more secure than Fury. Not even looking into their characters so much because you don't know them, but from Fury, he fell off and come back. How much he was carrying the lineal championship when he won a champion. We've never heard Usyk call himself the lineal champion ever. But he's just he needs to be that guy. And I just feel like in Usyk, he's just literally met everyone who he thinks he is, he's met that in Usyk. Like, no one born from his mother can beat me. Like, as far as we know, no one born from their mother can beat Usyk. Like, I'm a fighting man, I don't need money, but the fighting man's probably the guy that took 30% when he had 75% of the belts. Oh yeah, I'm a God-fearing man and all of that. But then, like, bro, the man kissed the crucifix. Man kissed the crucifix, and it gave him plausible PEDs. Like, people were saying that, oh, he had an inhaler. He had an inhaler, but he's that religious. It was a spiritual thing. Like, do you get what I'm saying? That's a religious man. Like, you can't deny that. Fury's, I don't want to judge people's religion and talk about Fury's thing, but we can't doubt Usyk's thing. We can't doubt it. Sorry. And like, Fury wouldn't look at him. He wouldn't look at him. He wouldn't look at him. And then the second time, he looked at him and then pushed him away so he doesn't have to look at him. I just don't see that fight happening. I'll be shocked. But we saw so many things.
I ain't gonna lie. The person that you broke down, you're true. Every time he was talking about someone, he was almost referring to the guy he was going up against. And Usyk, bro,
remember that press conference when he just started reeling off cruiserweights and heavyweights in the past? He just booked a press conference for no reason. Like, no one from Usyk's there. Like, you just booked a presser. Like, I'm going to beat Usyk. You just booked a presser to tell us you're going to beat him because other people beat cruiserweights when they come up. Like, you're nervous. Like, he doesn't like anything about this fight. So now that you went through in round 9, it can go either way, though.
I think you're wrong about him not fighting him in December. If they don't fight, I'll be so gutted. But I don't think His Excellency Turkey's going to allow it. Remember, that is the plan. Remember, they're probably one was out in Saudi. They was building, bro. They were building. Yeah? They are not you're not pulling this fight out. If it's now, you can't get away with that. There's no way.
Yeah, do you know what it is? I feel like Fury's mouth has caught up with him. Remember, His Excellency weren't meant to be here. Remember how much power Fury had, like, before this guy come around when he's fighting Chisora and we have to say he's still the best and all that. He was gonna do all of that, but now, he was meant to fight Ngannou and then Usyk in like the space of 2 months. Like, Ngannou was supposed to be that easy. He found out who he was versus Ngannou. Then he's telling us, oh, Happy New Year or whatever. And then he's meant to fight Usyk again. Then he cut himself. All right, let's not do that. But you had so much time to prepare for him because you know that you needed it. Everyone was saying it. And then, bro, man really beat CTE into his brain, bro. Like, he told us Happy New Year in May. Like, and then Frank Warren's coming out, oh, he's bipolar. What? You never said that before, though. Like, he didn't say that because he was bipolar. He got punched in his face loads of times. Like, I just don't think... You know
what would have done it? What would have done it is, if he just got knocked out, we wouldn't be having this conversation, and it would be AJ. It would be AJ versus Usyk. It's mad.
I don't even see... even AJ, AJ versus Fury, I don't know, man. Let's see how he does with Dubois. Like, if AJ starches Dubois in a few rounds, like, he can do it.
What do you mean,
like,
you don't know AJ versus Fury? What do you mean?
Like, if AJ knocks out Dubois and he just looks crazy, I just thought, like, we saw Fury.
Still don't believe AJ can beat Fury?
Yes, bro. I'm saying I don't think Fury's gonna go for that fight because it could be like
okay.
There could be no debate. As long as there's a debate, he has the value. Like, if he knocks him out completely, like, it's all over. Like, and I just don't think he's ready to let that go.
Bro, listen, amazing cool, man. Again, amazing cool, shit cornerman.
I know, I'll be ready next time. I wasn't ready. I was spun.
Amazing cool, shit cornerman. I came to my corner, he goes, it's mad for you, bro. I said, bro, I'm bleeding, bro. Yeah, bro, it's not looking good out there. What is she? I said, hold on, bro. Listen.
How are you?
Bro, you're making sure the packages get there on time. Pause on packages. But anyway, we got to talk about, I hope you're safe. I hope you're safe. Are we? Yeah, we're not driving on. Yeah, wicked.
No,
yeah?
I pulled over for this.
Okay, pumped up. Yeah, wicked. Listen,
so, KT, that thing with October, that's what you deserve for what you did to me last week. You SOP. What you did to me last week was crazy. You deserve that.
Listen, No, bro. I apologize. Like again, under the lights, I'm an entertaining guy, bro. I'm gonna try to
That's one
entertain.
I have to steal. Too dark to blush. That was crazy. But you said
I'm too dark to blush, bro. That was crazy. I'm smiling. Even Courts knows me, yeah, and Courts knows me. She goes, bro, look how quick this guy took off his hat, bro. And I thought, it's true, bro. I didn't even. That was good. Anyway, we got to talk, man. Boots versus Crawford, fighting from your neck of the woods. How you're seeing things. Who wins this fight? Boots versus Crawford, in your mind?
if it was at 147, I would actually really confidently pick Jerome Boots Ennis because he is the younger man by almost a decade. And Crawford, yes, he had his greatest performance in his last fight, and I'll determine what I see next from his fight in a few weeks. But I think Ennis can get this guy. Of course, he needs to shore up that damn defense because even though Abernesian was hitting him, he hit Crawford too. But still, you don't want to rely on your chin against Terrence Crawford. But I think if it's at 154, Crawford probably knocks him out in the 11th round. He won't do a Errol Spence job on him, but he'll probably TKO him.
You know what's crazy? Are we becoming victims at the moment? Are we looking at the Errol Spence fight and the devastation that we saw, and where no fight is the same? We have to remember that. I feel like sometimes we're stuck in that moment and we can't look past it. And I don't believe that was the best version of Errol, because doesn't even want to. I'm not hearing from him.
Errol should have moved up to 154 way before then, but he wanted to try to stick it out for some reason at 147.
So are we victims at the moment, or you think no? Like, Crawford's just that great, and there's no more to say.
There is greatness with Crawford, but we are in victims of the moment because we're trying to put him in a hypothetical matchup with Canelo. And you're right. People are disgraceful being like, Canelo just gets washed because he can't lay a glove. Crawford's too much of a better boxer. I've seen Canelo beat better boxers than him. I've seen him beat Lara. Even though the fight was difficult, he was able to get the faster Lara against the ropes. And I think Lara in his prime was faster than Crawford. So we'll see. It'll be a good fight. But I got Canelo 60-40. Sorry.
You what? You got Canelo winning
Canelo
what?
60-40.
Absolutely. I'm with you on that one, man. I think people want to play Canelo's name. I think it's cool. I think, yes, he hasn't fought. You're looking at that fight that he didn't take, and I think you're seeing, Canelo maybe a duck now because he's obviously that big fight that he just won't go into. I don't know why he's not fighting him. It does look like a duck. It does. It feels like that. But then I just Canelo has to explain himself for that, though. That's the one thing. Victims at the moment for a two-way 4-belt champion. We're talking about a step up North Bank. We're talking about a real step up. I understand, but we're talking about someone heavy. I'm heavy. We're talking about an AJ special. Come on, man. All right,
I'm 16 stone.
I'm heavy. We move on to what else I was going to talk about. Parker. You reckon people don't want to? Because but Toby said, "What does Parker bring to the table in this heavyweight boxing?" I'm shocked that he said that. Are people afraid to fight him?
I would say yes. He's in the who needs him category because it's a rough night for not a lot of reward, except if you want the I think it's the WBO interim title, but that's not the next one that's going to be called for mandatory. It would have been the IBF, and then it was the WBA that Dubois got called for. So I think actually that might be coming up, but yes, Parker is being ducked by a lot of people in the heavyweights because they're like, why would we fight him when there's lucrative options that we can go elsewhere? It's like, who wants to fight Jerry Zhang?
Nobody. No one wants to see Zhang. They're the fighters that's like, they're the fighters that is a problem for a lot of people coming up in this game. Even like, I really wanted to see Joseph Parker versus Fury. I don't mind seeing that. It's a good fight. I wouldn't have
minded seeing that, but Parker was real buddy with Fury for a few years. Like he was that wingman that like the girls never went to, but he tried to big up you to the girls. Like, he's a really good guy, but that was Parker. But I'm glad he's starting to step out on his own, because he's like, wait a minute.
Radio Raheem asked him, and he said that, listen, it could be a good fight. He said that back himself. He said he backs himself versus anyone, you know? Mm-hmm. So I think he's finally in a place where, because he should be talking to Parker should be talking about Fury. He should be, even though they're friends, but it's like, mate, you weren't born from the same. This is different. Like, you ain't going to say, mum, like, you're not brothers, less you're friends, but you can fight. Talk to me on AJ fight, because I imagine AJ shouldn't fight Usyk. If AJ wins the belt next, his next best fight should be Parker, in it.
Probably, because he's beaten Parker, and it would be another credible thing because Parker's coming off his best run of form. If he tries to go Usyk again, it's like, well, you already lost to the guy twice, so what's the interest? Because it's not like we've seen Usyk really decline yet. Like, he just beat Fury. He just almost knocked Fury out, so I don't think people would be too convinced to spend their money that kind of way, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. AJ versus Baby Anderson in the US. I don't think. Wait, oh no, I don't. Jared, I don't trust him, man. I don't trust Jared. Sorry, man.
I trust like him if he's gonna get me to the pharmacy.
And I gotta bring him back because we need to. That's how I would up. That's how I would up. That was a quick Sid vid. No Parker. Wait, it's boring. AJ versus Parker again ain't boring. That'll be a good fight. Well, anyway,
the first fight wasn't the greatest though, KG. But now that they're both coming off destructor type energy, especially AJ, it would be better than the first one. But people are just like, the first one wasn't the best. But I think you're right. He should go Parker next.
I think because if AJ beats Dubois, is he ready for Usyk again?
No one's really ready for
AJ
Usyk.
Ready? Yeah, no, no. You meant even Jared. I don't like Jared Anderson, and that's even worse. The one that's crying, saying he's not sure about this level and that. Didn't he get into legal issues recently? I don't know. But big up,
move on from the disappointing heavyweight scene in America.
Yeah. Sorry, bro. Lastly, just your thoughts on Anthony Yard. Is this bad business? Is this like, well, how do you see things?
It's always bad business when you're threatening to go to the magistrate's court against Frank Warren, who's been there so many times. He almost bankrupted Tony Bellew when he took him to court. So it's not good news. And I don't want to just blame Tunde, because Tunde is probably gotten Yard to the point where he can take those big fights against Beterbiev and guys like that. He made him ready. Fair. But as a manager, you might want someone different. Keep Tunde as the coach, but as the manager, I would make different moves if I was Yard. But
you're close to, because you are the manager / trainer / you play a.
It's rough.
It's a good point. You make a good point, because you're conflicted almost in this situation. You can't look at it from. Yeah.
Because now you're like, I want you to get the biggest bag and prepare you for the biggest fights, but I don't want to get you. I want to have you for many more fights, not just have you get banged out by the bigger guys and then have that be it.
You know what? I've never heard no one say that. But it's a fair point, because you're not gonna make all the greatest decisions. Like some of the Yards fights, I'm like, why have you taken that? Why have you done that? Or why have you?
Journeyman.
Yeah. And then Journeyman, the truth. Journeyman. It doesn't make sense. Like it make. Oh man, it does feel. Sometimes it feels like I got to choose my words carefully here, because I don't want to call it ultimate mismanagement, but this feels like mismanagement. This here feels like mismanagement. My thing is, I get the saying you got to make a stand and you get the money that you're worth, but if you get no money, I don't know how that makes sense.
Yeah, then you're worth zero.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens, bro. Amazing call, Alexander the Great. Right. Listen, big up yourself, man. Yo, you lot, the calls have been absolutely fantastic tonight. Is there everybody hit the like button, please? we're going to have our final caller today. Let me make sure I put some respect on the members chat. Everyone said the same with De La Hoya and Pac-Man. Pac-Man was too small. Look what he did. Let me see what the rest of the members are saying in here. I hear him on Parker, though. No KO artist. October, just people just laughing at how October. Yep. Yeah, she got me the hell out of here still. October red hair, Cole Palmer. To Cole Palmer. Last caller having a stinker. Yep. KG got no eyebrows and shit. Hey, I'm surprised you haven't noticed I ain't got no eyebrows, bro. Man done a snap to strip. I think everyone was way harsher on Lawrence Okoli than they have been on Reactport, but we move. Everyone has their favorites. Is there anything else going on in here? Man said he looks like Franklin. Crazy. Dillian Franklin is crazy, bro. What else is going on? Make sure put respect on the members' chats. Canelo needs to get past. No, Frank. I don't think Eubank's getting that fight, by the way. I don't think Eubank's getting that fight. Right now, yeah, the person I feel guilty for, the person I feel guilty for in this game, it's enough's enough. They need to let Conor Benn out of jail.
He's been in jail, what, 2-3 years now?
They need to let Conor Benn live his boxing life. Enough's enough.
If he got a ban, it wouldn't be this long. Yeah.
And bro, enough is we're getting to that point now when I'm like, this just feels rude. This is out of order.
But that is out of order. Bad advisory from Eddie Hearn though on how to take it. Yeah, obviously Eddie Hearn was in his corner backing him, saying, "Yeah, yeah."
He went solo, bro. He went solo.
Because Dylan White got a ban. I swear, Dylan White got a ban after him, and he's already back out here. Is really back out here fighting. Now Conor Benn's trying to like fight in.
No, Dillian didn't get a ban. Dillian, it was interesting. Dillian never had a ban. Dillian's
he got caught. They didn't announce the ban. He got caught and he didn't fight for time. What do you think it was? It was a ban that they didn't announce.
It's a technicality. It's a technicality.
He got caught when missing. Nothing. We didn't hear nothing from him.
I feel for him, bro. I remember when it was gonna be Conor versus Boots, Conor versus they're talking them things about Crawfords and all this other stuff. Bro, Avanesian's got in there first. I remember when he said Avanesian's not on my level. Avanesian's fought these guys.
And you know what? Conor is like, he's like Eubank in the sense that he can give you a sick promo. So he can build the fight. He's going to be the next British star. Yeah. And to see, we got a drug ban is out. And it's still out now. And he had back here.
Till this day, bro. I can't believe it, bro. Anyway, Eddie doesn't even mention. He's not mentioning no more. Why am I going to mention him? I moved on, bro. The last time I was excited was for Eubank. That one is just Boots is Eddie's guy now as well. You got Eddie saying pause in big press conferences, saying no Diddy. He's moved on, man. No.
So what is it with Conor Benn? What's been announced? Is he still on the ban? Is he not? Like, when is he allowed to fight again?
Bro, I just it's a sad end. Conor Benn, whatever, like I don't understand, but I don't like it though. I'll tell you that for free. Like, he should be back. He should be back in the mix. And he's just been like, it's not fair. Let's be honest.
The problem is as well, his comeback fights, or if you can call them comeback fights, they haven't looked spectacular.
How's he gonna
that fight that he fought? Who is it? Peter Dobson?
Peter Dobson. Yeah.
At 154. He didn't look spectacular in that fight. He looked decent, but Conor's been built up as that like knockout artist. He's been running through bare of his fighters, bare of his guys, and
but we need to see him, because let's be real, we need to see a Conor Benn knockout again before we know. If you don't know, like with good testing, we just need to know if that power. We need to know if the supplements helped or not, though. Is what I'm saying. Let's be real.
Yeah.
No, we need. I need to see a knockout. I need to see something like, oh, raw. Because you're saying off the eggs. People are saying off the eggs. His last 2 fights, Rodolfo and Dobson, in it, and they went all the way. They went. But again, he's had the long layoff. I don't want to speak bad on Conor, and I'm not trying to, but I just feel like, bro, this they've been stretching it. They've been stretching it for way too long. Anyway, we move. Talk to me about who wins, Boots versus Crawford.
You know what? Boots is not. If they fought now, Crawford will win it. Because Crawford's got that more experience. He's skilled, and you're saying, yeah. I know you previously you were saying, oh yeah, we're basing it on the Errol Spence fight. But if you look at
too much, we're putting too much data into that one.
But if you look at Crawford's last 5 fights, what has he done? He's knocked out everyone.
He mashes up everyone,
and they're top talent that he's fighting.
Agreed, but is he
not just based on the last fight? It's based on the last what? How many fights has he had? Where I swear he has a streak of like eight last 8 fights, 8 KOs. I think it was.
He's a knockout artist.
He's not a knockout. He's not just a knockout artist. Let's be honest, because he's got a high boxing IQ.
He can adapt. Really great in there. Really good. He is great.
And he hasn't looked bad. I understand that as you get older, you deteriorate. Yeah, but he hasn't looked. His last fight, you always base it on the last fight or the previous fights, and he only looks like he's getting. To be honest, he only looks like he's getting better. The Spence fight, it looked like he up the standard, up the game.
So Avanesian did. When we look at his last 5 fights, we got Madrimov next year. We had Spence and he mashed him up. Horrible.
Yeah.
Avanesian, knocks him out in the 6th round. Sean Porter, he put Porter down. You know what? Actually, Porter, the way Porter fights, Porter does bring a lot of pressure to you. Boots it will be. I can't say he's similar to Boots because he's different. Porter throws different types of shots. Boots does throw heavy to the body though. He invests in the body early, but I'm talking about the level of pressure. I can say Sean Porter and Boots would put the same level of pressure on, and he dealt with him bad still. Yeah. Porter announced his retirement as well. Remember his dad was shouting at him in that.
His dad took him out. He does that now. You can't.
His dad started shouting at her. We forget about that one still.
Yeah, don't forget about his last few fights.
Kell Brook's a funny, like, that's shit, innit? Like, no disrespect to him, but allow it.
Yeah, he was wasted. Khan, both of them were finished. Yeah.
Shouldn't
but
be
he still dealt with them adequately. He looked untouched. He could have fought another fight after the Kell Brook.
You know, it's the Porter one is the Porter is the best one, but then don't you think Ennis wait, hold on. Let me just make sure that I'm not chatting shit. Ennis and Porter hasn't fought, have they?
No, they haven't fought.
Don't you think he'll look the same?
What, Ennis and Porter look the same?
He'll look the same as what the Crawford one was.
That's a good question. Nah, definitely not. Definitely not. I think Ennis would be obviously be invested into the body a lot more. But if you look at Crawford Spence, look at the Crawford Spence fight. A lot of the rounds Crawford won, He still lost the fight, but yeah, he's a lot of the rounds he won that he was winning. I think that'll be similar.
Oh, look, this is what I'm saying. Here we go. So I need to remember. I had to go back and watch that fight because they're saying that officially Porter was ahead on the card versus Bud after 8 rounds. So we're talking about if someone's bringing it to him the same way, I imagine Boots will bring the fight to Crawford. I imagine him being right there. Yeah. However, one thing for sure is because Crawford he's slick in it and he doesn't get carried away. It's calm.
Yeah. Also, the thing is, we haven't seen Boots on that elite level yet as well.
That's the truth.
So at that level, is not tested.
Yeah.
Is Avanesian his best fight?
Let's go through it.
So we don't even know what level Is that because what you say? Evanesian's what, a B-level fighter? If that's his best win, you're talking about B-level compared to A+. There's levels to this, and I think Crawford's going to show him those levels.
Yeah, there's levels. It's a record that is, it's a bit nuts. Yo, Evanesian could be like because I never that Van Herden. I don't even no disrespect. It's looking kind of Conor Bennish, bro. This record. It's just looking.
Ennis should be fighting more guys in his division and more champions. What's the other guy's name? There's other champions in his division that he needs to kind of like.
It's not looking. But he said he wants to clear out his division, though. He said he's going to clear out. So let's see what happens. Let's honestly see what happens, and then so we're not getting that fight. While Turkey wants to make that fight, it's at one. Boots test will come at 154, but then he's got a lot of mileage, though. That's a lot of mileage, bro. You're talking about him getting tested, bro. He's already had 32 fights.
It's a lot of mileage. No, but if it's a lot of mileage, but you're getting a lot of knockouts and they're lasting like 3-4 rounds, 5 rounds, and it's not mileage, is it?
And he's 27 as well. This could be great learning fights or. But then we're going to see a big difference in the KOs though, because right now he's 29. He's 32 fights, 29 KOs. That's going to change when we change the opponents.
It's going to change. Exactly. That changes.
Quickly, lastly, before we get out of here, I just quickly sum up these topics that we have. Usyk versus Fury. Do you think it'll be would it be any different?
You know what? Yeah. Like, I don't understand why everyone's ignoring it. The fact that we just saw Fury kiss a pole and was laid out on the floor like drunk. For me, that tells you how he's living his life. And you can say, "Oh, it's a one-time off." That's the one time he got caught. And if you're trying to be a boxer at the elite level, you can't be doing them things there. You can't. It will show itself in the ring.
He's got to look after his body. He's got to look after himself. But I don't think he's out there because he's the king out on the night out, and people ain't seeing him like looking crazy. I think he went to enjoy his night. I think he's literally. You might even call that like not a one-off, but that's not a regular occasion.
Let's not make excuses for the guy. Like, you don't see Usyk doing that. You don't see AJ doing that. You don't see any elite level boxer doing that. Now Fury's trying to fight for the undisputed heavyweight title. Come on, bro. You shouldn't be doing that, regardless, one-off occasion or not. For me, that kind of tells me
you're wrong. You need to, because one thing he couldn't deal with, is the pace that Usyk was fighting.
Exactly. When the kind of fighter that Usyk is, it's fitness. You have to keep your body to an elite level.
It's a very good point that you're making. The pace that he didn't understand it. He's like, why are you still in front of me?
Exactly. And that's the thing. I think even if Fury wins like 2-3 rounds, he can't keep up that pace. So you win those 2-3 rounds and then be like, yo, I'm tired, I'm exhausted. Tony Belly said it best, innit? When Belly was winning, he was up like 5-6 rounds and he was dead after because he couldn't keep that pace up.
I have to go quickly to this though. Lennox is heavy in the game. He knows a lot of people and this, that, and the other. And he's saying, listen, Boots hasn't fought the opponents because his former promoters didn't have the money to pay the opponents. Matchroom will have him in fights. So he's basically saying that, like, he's saying, don't look at what you've seen recently and almost write him off saying, look, like he's just fighting bums on purpose. This is someone that was just with the wrong situation. Nah, stop it. Maestro voice. Crawford will trump the Mario rings out Ennis. Stop it. I don't know. Listen, I just think everyone's just getting a bit excited. Back to the point that he was making on the heavyweights, definitely. Lastly, just your thoughts on Yard. They're talking about taking it to court. Do you think they're making the right decision? Do you think he can win this one against Frank?
No, you have to look at Frank's record. He's undefeated in the court kick. Why would you think that? The thing is, I'm a supporter of Yard. I want to see the man that make money. I want to see the man that winning it. But taking it to court with Frank, it's a no-go because you already know you're losing.
It's a tight one still. It's a sticky one because like I think Alexander made the great point about, because Tunde is the trainer plus the manager and like
and yeah, he probably has the same mindset. I want to see this man make money. I want to see him train and have the biggest fights, make the most peas. So he's like arguing Yard's case to Frank. And Frank's like, nah, okay, cool. I thought we were boys. Now you're snaking me because you're trying to take money out of my pocket to give to Yard.
Yeah, it's a tough one because you're seeing you're seeing the best of the situation. When you look at Eddie Hearn with AJ, Eddie Hearn is just a management / promoter, this, that, and the other. So it's separate. Like there's separate entities dealing with. I think when you're so close to it, you imagine because I know if I was Yard's trainer, and we're talking about money on the table, I'm getting you the best money because I know. Look how hard we run, bro. Look where we're 100%. Going. We wake up early. I want all the money. I don't want some of it. We have put in too much work for us not to get the bread. But then the manager, someone else, is not thinking like that. They're like, hey, listen, we have to make money, bro.
Yeah. The manager thinks we have to make money.
The manager's gonna talk differently to how the people that are in the kitchen cooking.
In the gym. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yard's intention. No, sorry, Tunde's intentions were good. So I don't like it when I hear bad criticism of Tunde. I think his intentions were good and pure. You're trying to get your fighter the best deal possible.
Has to. He's doing his job, but he's doing more than one job. It's like a guy that's in court representing himself. It doesn't usually end well, bro. Like, where's your lawyer? Nah, I'm gonna rep myself. Really? All right. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like horrible work, bro. Sometimes you might need to get someone just to do that piece of the work. But again, we'll see. The breakdown. Let me just quickly. Oz, big up yourself. Stay blessed, man. Thank you for calling in. The breakdown with pugilist review. Wait, Tony, the pugilist. We already know what time it is. 9 p.m. On the Underview podcast. That's tomorrow. Breaking everything down that you saw. Shout out again. A lot of love to Base. A lot of love to Base. He's got there's a home game and stuff for his family and all that stuff. What he's gone through. So, if you see Base or you're just in his chat, wherever, show him some love. Yeah, man, he's just gonna take some time. So, big up to Base. Big up Tony. We move, man. You lot, don't forget to hit the like button on the way out. Stay blessed. I'm your boy KG. Travis will be back next week. Peace.
Undefeated.